In this first OneNote video tutorial, we looked at the basics of OneNote, so pinning OneNote to the taskbar, creating a notebook, adding sections, pages, subpages, and some navigation stuff. So, firstly, how do we actually find the OneNote program? So, what we need to do is go down to this far left-hand corner, click down here, then we're going to move up to OneNote, which you should see around here. Before you click on it, we're going to right click and we're going to pin to taskbar. It might already be pinned to your taskbar, then you don't have to do this step. So I'm going to pin to taskbar, then I'm going to press escape. Now you can see on this screen down here, my OneNote icon is now at the bottom of this page. So I'm going to click on the OneNote icon. Once OneNote opens, the first thing we want is this ribbon up here so that we can make certain adjustments. So what you need to do is go up to this little box up here. Yours might be slightly over here more, but you need to click on this little box. We have these three options. You need to make sure Show Tabs and Commands is clicked. That means you'll have all these options. We're now ready to create our first notebook. So to do that, we go up to File, and then we go New. We always make sure that we create a notebook from our OneDrive. If we don't, that means we just don't have the full function of OneNote, so that's really important. So once we go to the OneDrive, we're going to choose a folder. So I'm going to save this in Notebooks, and I'm going to call this 8 English. And create. Not now, and this is then created. Then be created. Now up the top I have sections, so the first thing I'm going to do is rename this section. So I'm going to call this Term 1 Shakespeare. So you can just double click over the text and rename it. Then I'm going to click on this little add to create a new section. I'm going to call this Term 2 and whatever we studied in Term 2. Then I'm going to create a new section, Term 3, and you can keep creating your terms across here or the topics that you're studying. Let's now add some pages. So let's click back into Term 1 Shakespeare. Along the right hand side are individual pages. At the moment we have this untitled page, so we're going to rename that over here. So click with your icon on the left. We're going to call this Lesson 1 Introduction. So this is the introduction maybe to Shakespeare. Over here I'm going to add another page, so you just click up here, Add Page. This is then going to be Lesson 2, whatever it might be. Then I'm going to add another page. This might be Lesson 3 and whatever it is. To make sub-pages, what you need to do is right click on one of these pages and then you can click on Make Sub-Page. This then indents this page. So then what you can do, if you hover over Lesson 2, this little up arrow, I can click on that and that'll collapse that third lesson underneath Lesson 2, let's say if it's attached. So that's that function there. What I'm going to do now to help with the navigation is we're going to create a second notebook. So let's say I teach geography as well. So I'm going to go File, New. I'm going to create a notebook called Year 7 Geography. I'm going to click Create Notebook. So now I have Year 7 Geography. Again, I can add all my topics up the top. And now if I click on this little drop down arrow, I have lots of other OneNotes, but you can see down here you'll most likely, if you're just starting out, just have these two, Year 8 English and Year 7 Geography. So you can easily click between the two. So if I go back to Year 8 English, all my information is still in here. So the big advantage of OneNote is it saves everything automatically for you. You never have to click the Save button. The final thing I'll show you in this video is just the overall look. So I like my OneNote setup hiding, so for me to see my other notebooks I should say, I just need to click down on this little drop down arrow but some people like them showing. So if I go to this little pin notebook pane to side, my notebooks will appear on the left hand side so I can easily navigate between them. I don't like that because I like more white space for all my working, so I click on this to make that disappear.